other lanes. Against certain teams, you don't necessarily want to drop that first tower. Against this particular combo, it made sense because, to be honest, by dropping it, we were making it so that Tryndamere would have to come up here to farm, back at a reset point if he really wanted farm. However, if we had stayed back here towards the bottom, he'd have an easy farm game and an easy jump game against us. But right now, if he chooses to farm up here, he doesn't know if we're around. So I'm watching that wave, you know, conscious of what's going on. I call that I can take out this wave because me clearing it is going to give me a sizable amount of money. There are a couple of interesting plays I make in this game also that are kind of funny. My intuition on a few things is getting a lot better. And you'll see some of those calls in a little while. Basically here I'm thinning the wave out, letting it reset basically. Because I want the wave to be, you know, up here a little bit. Here you see me thrust forward and back. I basically reset my position with that play. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I see that somebody's coming in, Sona. I was a little bit nervous about the blue buff Tryndamere, because that means his ult will be back very quickly. And in general, he'll be able to throw a lot of moves on us. And I also noticed the dual Zeals. Dual Zeals on Tryndamere basically remedies the boots factor, because he was moving reasonably okay. You know, not super ridiculously fast, but fast enough that he had to have something giving him move speed. Here you see me check these bushes. I realize that, you know, there might be something going on. And this is the part where I missed the missing. Like I said, some guys go very, very fast. With blue buff, he probably whirlwinded down very quickly to make it to this point. The other option we could have used was we could have warded out River. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to ward out, and there you see me apologize because I missed the call on the Tryndamere.
An enemy has been slain.
Excuse me, they're just taking a sip of something. So here I decide, because I saw the Tryndamere with blue buff, I wanted to make sure I got our red buff. Tryndamere with blue buff isn't super ridiculous. To be honest, I probably would either give it to the Soraka, the blue buff, or to the Kassadin, because I think both would have been better options. Especially if he took blue buff from his own jungle, because he could have given it to someone that it would be more useful on. Personally, you know, if the Tryndamere was pretty daring, he could try to steal our red, or he could go take their red, which is on the other side of the jungle, but would set him up for a nice dragon, because Tryndamere actually makes a solid counter to junglers as well as a good dragon stealer. Here you see me walk up, I see the Soraka, I kind of make a slightly bad play here. You see the Endless, I can't really compete with the Endless, I have Flash up, but I don't think I do use it. I offensively Flash thinking I can reach them, I cannot. Just in general, a very bad play for me. Here you see me stun the Nocturne to let the Karthus get away. Hex Drinker pops up, you know, blocks that spell a little bit. I throw a Q, try to get away. Soraka manages to heal play the Nocturne, but you know, I managed to save the Karthus, who's doing okay this game. I think he's 0-1, and then I said, you know, sorry, not enough armor. I haven't really bought enough stuff to actually stop the Nocturne. Excuse me there. But anyway, so that's what's happening with that. Let's see. So I'm kind of going to talk through some of the stuff. So here you see Hex Drinkers coming back a little bit. But anyway, as far as item builds on my own team and item builds on the opposing team. Item builds on our team, our tank is running Philostone. There's a bit of a meta game going on right now with where guys run like 2 Philostones for the gold per 5, as well as, you know, the nice health and mana regen. Hope they don't nerf it, because it's not the strongest setup in the world, but it's interesting. On a tank like Cho'Gath, it can work kind of nicely. The biggest thing about this game is the fact that nobody really has a way to defend against Tryndamere except me, because I'm also looking at Thornmails as well. That was my next option when I had those two, either Guardians or Thornmails, depending on how much magic damage they were actually going to do. If the game went on long enough, though, we'd have to keep shutting the Tryndamere down because he's just a little bit more ahead than I want. There you see me miss on that play. so I back off. Once I see that my W is down because I've already burned it, and once I know that my teammates can't come in with me, there's no point in me tanking against a guy like Casson who can just easily kite me, a ton of times.